So this is an exhibition of 19th century photography of Indian monuments. The period is 1855 till the 1920s, and which kind of picks up on the heady days of photography, its experimentation, and tells us the story of the connected histories of photography and the architectural surveys of India, which contributed to the archaeological scholarship of India. The early parts, it begins with the early encounter, and what we see here are some of the earliest photographs of Indian monuments. They are from Aihole, Pattadakal, Hampi, Belur, and Halebid. The first photographs are taken by Thomas Biggs, 1854. Then we have a complication, showing, one of the aims is to show that photographs are complex objects, and photographs actually allow you to reinscribe visual memories. And the two panels here of photographs by Linear Stripe and photographs by Beato are examples of showing how memory retrieval of some of the key events of British colonialism, which predated photography, happened through photographs. Then the whole creation of the picturesque, because photography created a picturesque view of India, for which Indian photographers, especially Lala Deendayal, one of the most successful commercial photographer of India, uses the picturesque to sell photographs and also to create souvenirs of India. Photographs are probably one of the first souvenirs which come out of India. Indian photographers at the turn of the century, beginning of the 20th century, they used it to show the grandeur of the Indian past. Foremost amongst them was Narayan Virkar, through his photographs of the Raigarh Fort, tells a story of the magnificence of Shivaji and Shivaji's realm within these aging ruins through a picturesque imagery. Photography, unlike many technologies, produced maximum numbers of objects. And one of the aims of the exhibition has been to show the various kinds of objects. So we have postcards, and postcards both taken by Europeans and also by the Indian publishing firms, for example, M.A. Mirza, and the different kind of labeling of the postcards shows the different viewing of India by the different people. The Indians viewed certain architectural elements in a different manner. And photography had cabinet cards. So the cabinet cards, the backs of the cabinet card gives a very good view of the mushrooming Indian native commercial firms which came up. And there is a wide range of this. Photography, of course, because this is also a history of, as I said, connected history of photography and archaeology. Photography and postcards of archaeological postcards were sold at the sites. They substantiated the revenue of the Archaeological Survey of India, but also they became the ways in which India or Indian archaeology, Indian architecture became known in the West and outside India. And the stereoscopes, which you see at the end, they allowed the eye to go inside a building through a three-dimensional effect. The stereoscopes, as was later presented by Underwood and their realist forms, they further showed the different architecture, but also one can say that photographs became the superhighway, the information superhighway, and they are some of the examples. So the idea has been to show kind of the early histories of photography as the visual memory retrieval, the aspects of field photography, the picturesque which was used by the natives, and photography as currency, so that the viewers could think in terms of, they would be encouraged to think through a photograph, to think with photographs in the making of histories.